most museums in India, are rich in collections. But one of the missing bits would be to have a person who can head those institutions and guide them for a reasonable period of time. Basically, there needs to be a bit of a long-term appointment done by the relevant authorities of someone who could be a director of a museum, to give them maybe 4 to 5 years time for them to plan and implement things. And I think that's quite essential, and that's what makes an institution very successful. What would also be great is if they can have a very good board that is reasonably autonomous, under whose guidance these museums can operate, rather than always operating directly as part of the government setup. The third important aspect museums might want to think of is in terms of developing the capacity of their staff. It's a very specialized field, and often the professionals who get employment in museums are employed because of the professional skills in other areas, not because of the skills that they have as museologists or conservation professionals. And I think it's quite important that the current staff who are there get better training, and also they have mechanisms that they are able to get the right staff through whatever mechanisms, including the UPSC, that you get specialized people, to get employment. It will be important that they also look at what the audience want. The audience in India are varied. It'll be the intellectuals, to university school students, to people who come from rural India. Trying to work out a mechanism on how all these people can get at least some value from the visit is important. I think for a country like India, it's essential that museums include the intangible aspect within its stores as well as its display. When I say intangible aspects, it means some of the dances associated with collections, some of the religious aspects associated with collections, some of the stories associated with collections, and what museums need to think of is they need to document some of these things, add them to the databases, number one. Number two is in terms of their displays, it would actually really add value to the collections if they could add some of these things in their displays. And also museums probably can start hosting ceremonies and functions within the premise, which would probably get more communities to come. And by doing it this way, the community feels the museum is part of what is important for them.